Great group.
Okay.
All right, it's 3:05. Let's call the meeting to order. Roll call. Ann Passes here.
Tracy Benson?
All right, and we'll approve the consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I guess I second it. Aye. Is there anything that we wanted to discuss on the payments report? Seems normal. Okay. All right. And then Matt?
Yep.
You're next?
Yeah, we were gonna see if we could get an apprentice hired. We're in the process of looking at that.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
That's good planning.
Yes.
We've had this as a, maybe we should,
Mm-hmm.
in the budget for quite a few years.
Right.
Like actually funded.
Right.
Mhm.
We don't have a superintendent right now, so there's 2 line workers in the department
Oh,
and
that's
no electric superintendent.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the struggles is, well, who is in charge of this program?
Mhm.
We haven't worried too much about that with Matt and Jeff as our crew, though. You know, who's in charge? They can handle it.
Sure.
So I think that's what we intend to try here is, okay, we're not gonna have a superintendent in the electric department. We're gonna add an apprentice and we see how it goes.
Great.
So,
So,
there's a moderately high likelihood that we will have one of our own staff members apply for the position.
oh,
And so we'll be turning around and advertising again, if that happens.
oh,
So you do have some, I was just about to ask, where are you gonna go and find
Yeah.
this person, but you do have a
Beautiful
potential.
thing about apprentices is they don't have to know anything about being a line worker. As a matter of fact,
oh,
um, if they have some line worker training, they may not be a very good candidate because they'll probably be working somewhere else and won't be willing to come here, or they won't have housing here, or what
Right.
may be other reasons. For me, the number one quality beyond just being a quality person is that they've decided that they want to have this place be their home.
right,
And like kind of demonstrated that they want this place to be their home.
for sure.
So.
So
that
you're
we've
saying-
got the benefit of, we also know what kind of a worker they are because they've already worked for us.
Okay.
Boy, I mean, that's really, I think we're in luck to get somebody.
So
like
you're saying if this person applies and gets hired as the apprentice, then you will have to advertise that person's job that they're vacating?
that. Yes.
Okay.
We may ask them if they wouldn't mind not vacating it for a little while we find their replacement.
Okay.
So, apprentices, Matt and Jeff both started here as apprentices and went through the apprentice training program here and became line workers working here. So we know that this is a plan that works for us, succession
Mhm.
planning wise. What we've done is work with what is called Northwest Linemen College. And it's the Minnesota Municipal Utility Association program. The college is in Idaho, but the program is an online training, study, and testing program that they do while they're working with the crew here.
Okay.
And it's designed to take 4 years
Wow.
before they're done. So that's what we'd hope, is it takes 4 years. And it'll cost us, the tuition for the program is $600 a year, which is a bargain.
Yeah.
MMUA also offers, for an extra fee of $7,500 a year, an on-site instructor that comes and works with the person. And so I'm not sure we think that's what we want to do yet,
Mhm.
but we may come back and talk about that again if that seems like a good option.
Okay.
So.
Great. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask is what was the training program, but you beat me to the question, so.
Yeah, they can actually go down to school down in Marshall, Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
There's a week-long training, underground, overhead, whole bunch of different stuff.
Great.
Metering
Okay, cool.
that we can send them to,
Excellent.
How many times have you been down there, Matt?
a lot.
Okay.
It's good for our line workers too.
Oh, yeah.
Occasionally get to work with another group of people
Mhm.
and just go
Right.
through some regular training.
Okay, that sounds like great news. I know that you've been concerned about the lack of any backup for you guys, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's our biggest staffing, I call it an update. I don't think it's much of a conversation, but if you want to have a conversation about it, we'd love to.
I'm just curious, are linemen also licensed electricians?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
Nope,
sure.
completely different.
all right.
We take the power from outside to the house, then the electrician does everything inside the house.
And it's the electric meter is kind of the spot
Right.
where up
The
to
dividing
meter,
line?
we take care of things, and after the meter, we don't.
Okay.
And the electrician doesn't really do things on our side of the meter.
No.
I didn't know if it also required being an electrician to do, you know, the work you did too, like if that was a broader thing, but that's sort of the difference then. Okay.
They have a lot of codes they have to go by.
Mhm.
We don't have as many.
Okay. Great.
They can grab live wires and, you know, not die,
Really?
and you can't.
So, just curious, if this scenario, for whatever reason, didn't play out, what would you do?
Like, we were unsuccessful in getting somebody?
Well, at the plan that you envision right at this moment. But I'm just I'm just like, what does a person do then? I mean, because I've heard that this skill set is needed everywhere and there's not enough people. So where do you?
Yeah, I think that's true. I think we will, but if we go through the worst case scenarios,
Mm-hmm.
another Simpa City, Mora,
Mm-hmm.
is they currently don't have any line workers, and they have the option of hiring their own, which is what they're going to try to do right now. They haven't had them for a while, or they're currently contracting with their local cooperative to provide line worker service. And then another option was that Simpa actually is also willing to talk about staffing the line worker position for them. So I think we have a lot of options, none of which are nearly as appealing as just having our own staff, but
Sure.
you know, if we're in a pinch.
Great.
All right.
I don't
Well,
have any.
look who's here.
This one snuck up on me.
That's all right. Sorry about
Should we give him the good
No
news or
worries.
the bad news?
Are you done?
Do we have bad news?
Well, it depends on how he thinks about it.
What, that we're done?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever, that's fine.
All right, so next month, no, we're gonna start talking about budgets for
Okay.
next year.
Good.
So,
Yep, we started that last night. Tuesday.
Alrighty, and we just learned that they're gonna be hiring an apprentice in the electric department,
Okay.
so.
it's time.
We talked about it for
Yeah.
quite some time, so I think it's a good idea. With the guys that are in there that are, how many more years you got left?
Oh, I don't, I got quite a bit, but,
Do you?
yeah.
20.
wants to
We'll go with 20.
20?
No.
Well, you got 20 left?
No, not 20.
Well, what does the apprenticeship entail as far as, how many, what's the?
Takes 4 years to go
Takes
through the
four-
program.
4 years on the job?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Part of the requirement is they're doing kind of a study program that we'll buy for them.
Okay.
It's regular testing and a curriculum.
Yep.
And part of the program is they have to work a certain number of hours on the job with our line workers.
With our line guys, okay.
So it's a 4-year program.
Okay.
Just like
Good.
going back to school.
Yep.
It's a test every month.
So you're gonna, when you
Once a
gonna
year.
advertise for that, or do you have people?
Right after this,
Okay.
We do think that we'll get an
Good.
internal candidate
Okay,
to apply.
good.
So that means we'll be back to talk about, well, we'll have another opening that will be, if that's the case.
Okay. All right, good.
Okay,
Okay.
did you, either of you have anything else?
Yeah, I do. Something
Okay.
came up today. What did we, when we were looking at clearing up some of the balance dues?
Yes.
Of some of our customers, did we reach out to them and get them on a payment plan? Okay. What are we doing with past dues if they're making payments on them? Are we charging them late fees?
We are now, yeah. We didn't,
We didn't when they,
when we made the transition from we were not shutting people off and not
Okay.
worrying about past dues to when we did.
Well, I just had a customer approach me actually 2 hours ago, something about he's making his monthly fee, his monthly bill, but he's making payments on a balance due, but the late fees are like $100 or something like that. So I was just trying to figure out where we are with something like that.
When we do charge a late fee, it's only on the last month's balance, so once you.
No,
pay-
but I'm talking, no, I think he's getting late fees on a previous.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. That's
Okay,
not-
well, I don't know,
we
I'm
only
just
charge it
trying,
one time.
okay, so let's just hypothetically, if I owe you $1,000 and it's old money,
Yeah.
but I'm making my current utility bill on time,
Not
and I'm
like a
making
bank.
$100 a month on that 1,000, are you charging me late fees on that 1,000?
We would only charge you a late fee on the 1,000 one time, the one time you were late on it. And
Okay.
then it's not charged again.
Okay,
So it would, the situation to get billed a $100 late fee, you'd have to have a pretty substantial 1 month balance that you didn't pay.
yeah, but it could have accumulated from months to month to month to month to month to month.
It would have been late, the first time
Okay.
would have been a little bit late, the
All
second
right.
time.
Well, I'll
would have
talk to
been late.
you specifically about the account,
Yeah,
so
you
that.
can come and look at it with us, we'd be
Yeah.
happy to talk to the
Okay,
customer
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, fine, I just thought, well, it's kinda hard to get people paid up if they're paying late fees on this money, and it's just gonna keep cycling. Yeah, we forgive them up to a certain date, right?
The one time we did,
Right.
but then on an ongoing basis, we don't do compound interest on the balance.
Oh, okay,
So
that's
it's
what
just
I was,
one
that's,
late fee
okay,
and
all right,
then-
just
Right.
one late fee, and then that's, okay, well, maybe that's what he's talking about, I don't
Yeah.
know, I'll ask you about it.
Did most of that work, or did I miss that? Maybe you already gave us summary. Did most of that work out
Yes.
from way back last? You got most people up to speed?
Most people did come in
Good.
and pay, and, I mean, not even on payment plans, but
Mhm.
just come in and pay.
Just got it
Got it
taken
all
care of.
straightened
And
out.
then we did
Good.
have a
Good.
number of payment plans created, and
Mhm.
Okay, good,
Alright.
just wanna touch,
Okay.
great.
Anything else,
All right.
Tracy?
no?
No?
That was a good little reminder, because
All
I
right.
forgot about that. I didn't know how
I
that.
guess we can
ended.
adjourn then?
Yeah.
All right.